YouTube, how we doing today, guys? Hope everyone had a blessed day today. So we're just gonna jump right into this tutorial. So today we are gonna be doing a mid fade, no hooks, just the bars, and so we're just starting off with a little bit of clipper over comb here, just setting the foundation in per usual, just like my last video. Really stress the foundation. You know, I feel like this is what's always going to create a crispy fade. Evenness. Jeez. You want everything to be even. You want everything to follow the same shape of the head. So right now I just got the 1.5 open, and all I'm doing is going up, just debulking, setting in this shape. As you guys can see, I'm flicking out right where I took that clipper over comb. Just very light. You can see how I'm kind of over exaggerating that flick right there. And these are the ergos, guys, Stylecraft ergos. I kind of been on them for off and on. I had a pair, sold them. Now I'm back to them, and I don't know, guys. I feel like I just get bored of the same clipper over and over, so I like to switch it up. So now we are setting in our ball line. Typically, I don't really put the ball line in this way, but for one, I think I was running a little bit behind, and for two, he has blonde hair, so it won't be as hard to get out, and these aren't zero gapped all the way, guys, anyways. So you can just see how I set that guideline in. I'm making it contour with the top. You can see how the top drops, the ball line also drops. And here we go, guys. Same thing again, lever open, and you can see I'm just following that same shape. About almost an inch, I would say, a little less than an inch. Just because I really want this fade to pop, so I don't want to stretch it too much to where it just looks light to bulk. So I really want to show that gradiency, and I'm just making sure that this whole guideline right here is even, and it's a true open lever. So set it in, not too harsh, but you know, still making sure that it's really set in there. And now we're just knocking that line out, guys. Now we're halfway open. And now we are all the way closed, guys. We're just flicking out that bottom line. Little by little, the blend will start to come together. Man, if you guys are just starting out, man, I would really recommend doing one guideline at a time. And really taking your time in between that section and not moving to the next section until that guideline is faded out. Alright, so what we got next, guys, is the 1 open, and same as before, just following that shape of the head, same shape we created with the clipper over comb. And in this step, I'm just trying to obviously I'm putting in a guideline, but I'm also trying to just freehand a little bit into that 1.5, just to make less time for detail later, I guess. That way I don't have to do too much when it comes to detailing time. And now we are going to throw in the half guard, and we're going to follow what we just did, open to close, right? So just how we did the open lever, we're just going down, open to close, right? So I'm going open right under where I did that one. And you can see I'm just kind of using the flat blade right here, kind of just coming off the head. Now you don't want to use the whole blade when you're starting to knock this line out. You know, you might accidentally take out, or you might accidentally take up the line or put in a line you didn't want. So as I move down, I'm just using a little bit of my corners, you know, closing the clipper little by little. And so right here you can see how I'm open again, and I'm just making sure that all the hair is cut even, guys. That's very important. You want to make sure all the hair is the same length. That's how you get sometimes that's how dark spots can happen. Some hairs, you know, a little longer in areas that should be shorter. So now we have the 1.5 again, and we're open, and all we're gonna do is blend out this section right here, guys. And the reason I go with the 1.5 again is because he's got blonde hair, and I want to keep the top as dark as I can without stretching this blend too much, so there's some gradients to it. So you can see we're just kind of working down, same steps apply to every haircut and every system I do, no matter what guard. Open to close, take your time, you know, detailing this out. You can see I'm just using the corners right here. Just kind of using the corners to get the dark spots out, or cut into any dark spot I see under the bulk. And with this guard, guys, since the top being, you know, the longest 1.5, we didn't have to do much work with it. So now we're back down to the 1 open, and this is where the detail is going to come in. And we're just going to pretty much lever play, and gonna try and just, you know, detail this fade as much as we can, soften up any dark areas. And you can see I'm just really using my corners, and that's what you want to do when you're detailing, is use your corners so you're not making any lines. And what I'm just doing here is, since I did that clipper over comb in the beginning, it's not gonna be, you know, super clean and blended. It's going to be a little choppy, so all we're doing is just kind of softening this ridge up right here. You can see how I just kind of put the comb in and flare off the head, guys. You don't want to go dig into the head, otherwise you're going to end up changing the shape of what you've just created. So you can see this area I'm going at right here is a little darker than the rest of the fade, so I'm kind of attacking that more. You can see, just making sure this blend is being transitioned pretty well. And I already kind of line him up on the side, so I'm just like re-tapping it up. I kind of forgot to record, but you guys can see that that fade is starting to pop. And all we're doing here is just refining. We didn't do a hard line up front. It's more of a natural, messy look. And now we're going to get into the styling process. So we're just going to wet the hair, make sure the hair is saturated. And guys, I style everybody's hair like this. Everyone's the same. Shout out to Barber Joshua Pieces, where I got the steps from. Next, we're going to throw some sea salt spray into it. And you want to make sure that you know, spread this thoroughly through the hair, so you can see how I'm just moving my hands through his hair, just to make sure that spreads evenly. And now we're going to use some matte paste, and we're going to run this through the hair as well. And you want to make sure that you really get this through the hair and at the roots. That way it's not sitting on top of the hair and it's too heavy. Right, so you can see me over exaggerately kind of rubbing it through his hair, making sure that it's all the way through the hair. And now, guys, we are going to just diffuse. I didn't get the part where I used without the diffuser, but usually I'll just blow dry until it's dry, guys, on high speed medium heat, and then I'll use the cool setting with the diffuser and kind of just go in circular motions like I am right now. And you guys can see that texture just starting to pop, and you can see it just kind of coming together now. And you guys can see the finished result. Crispy, man, super crispy. I really like how I did this one. If it wasn't for the styling, guys, I mean, the fade would be nice, but the style just makes everything pop. Hope you guys like it. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, share with somebody. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Doesn't matter what haircut, just let me know if you want to see some of my shear work process. I can show you guys and walk you guys through how I do my shear work. Other than that, peace.